Hello, good morning. Welcome, Suswagatam. Welcome you all on this Expert Talk live show. And today is our episode number 96th. And it's time to invite our expert of the day. So let us invite our expert of the day. Yes, so Jaya Babu is our expert of the day. Welcome on the show, Jaya.
Thank you, Vipul.
Yeah, so thank you for accepting our invitation, and it would be our pleasure to have you on this amazing session, amazing topic. Who is responsible for you? Biggest question in today's era, and especially due to the influence of social media and technology and all these distractions. This is a big question nowadays. So it will be a great session, Jaya, and would love to have insights from you on this topic, being an expert into uh, you know. HR, and especially you are taking care of the CSR activities, and you are a people leader at Ford. So that will be an amazing. So audience, let us welcome our expert of the day, and do like and do share this session. If you're watching it on LinkedIn, then do share it, do invite your friends, and if you're watching it on YouTube, my channel Vipul the Wonderful, then do like, do comment, and do subscribe our YouTube channel to get regular updates about our live sessions every weekend. We used to do this kind of sessions wherein we are inviting experts like Jaya, who has the spirit to share their experience and knowledge with the audience, with everyone. So we would love to have your questions also. So do ask your live questions. We'll be happy to have them, and we'll try to cover them during the session itself. So let me start the session. Let me give a brief intro about Jaya. Jaya Babu is MBA by qualification, IT by profession, and HR, CSR by passion. That's amazing. And she has spent almost 23 years in IT around program, people, quality services, operations, and strategy management. And she has constant thirst for creating impact in everything she does, and be it people or product or services. In her view, having the right talent in an organization guarantees success for the business, and having the right people in the society ensures more peace in the world by leveraging her 23 years of people management skills. And she aspires to expand her people advocacy at a larger level through additional supports to HR and CSR activities. She has defined the purpose of her life as to create a world with good and strong people through building right attitude, habits, and skills. And she is an inspirational public speaker, provides CSR sessions on life skills, soft skills, interview skills, conducting, and interview facing skills, and also on sexuality education, sexual abuse, sexual harassment, POSH in schools, colleges, organizations, etc. And she provides the session in English and Tamil. And she is an advocate for wisdom, emotional intelligence through HR practices. She is a PHRI certified person. She also holds POSH, mental health, first aid certifications. So that's amazing. And you are doing great, Jaya. So please tell us more about you and your journey till now. Over to you, Jaya.
Thank you, Vipul, for the invite. It's my pleasure, privilege, honor to be in this forum. Thank you so much. I love your name that has a tagline, Vipul the Wonderful. And I
Thank
think you
you.
are the one who is calling it explicitly, but definitely that shows how much confidence you have in you and how much you appreciate your entirety. It's an
Thank
inspiration
you
for
so
me
much.
and everybody in this call. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank
Uh,
you.
Vipul, I'm truly humbled by the introduction you gave about me. It's not a brief one. Definitely, it was an elaborate one. Thank you so much. Every time I'm hearing myself introduced in forums like this, I only feel like doing more. Yeah. Uh, that's how I'm inspired by these introductions. And thank you so much. And yes, to add to what you said, with my 23 years of experience in IT, as you said clearly, I'm IT by profession, but my passion gravitates towards HR and community services. Most of my posts in LinkedIn will be around human behaviors, individual behavior corrections, wisdom, emotional intelligence, mental health. And with my 23 years of people management experience in the IT field, I've garnered insights into effective people management, understanding what's necessary to draw the best out of every employee. I can help every employee discover the best in them, discover the hidden potential in them. I'm fervently devoted to helping individuals to discover their potential and guiding them towards achieving their utmost heights in life, Vipul. As you said, my life mission revolves around creating a world with people who are virtuous and robust, because merely being virtuous is not sufficient, merely being
True.
robust is not sufficient. A fusion of both is a requisite in today's world for survival and excellence. So
Very true.
if any of the people in this call need any sessions on these topics I just listed and even Vipul listed, do let me know. Happy to extend my support. Thank you so much.
Yes, yes, audience, you can connect with Jaya on LinkedIn. I've shown her LinkedIn URL and the message also, and we'll also put that in the description. So you can definitely connect with her, and you can DM her for any help after this session also. And pleasure, Jaya, to have you. As you said, your mission is to share the knowledge and share your experience with the audience. So that is amazing. Keep it up. So let's deep dive into the session with the very first question, which is also the title of the day. Who is responsible for you?
That's a brilliant question, Vipul. First, let me explain my understanding of what is being responsible, and then I will explain who is responsible for you. Is that okay, Vipul?
Yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. To me, being responsible means doing the things we are obligated to do and embracing the consequences of our actions. Whether they are pleasant, unpleasant, we have to embrace the consequences of our actions. Being responsible to me means, being trustworthy, fulfilling our pledges, and upholding our obligations and commitments, come what may. We have to do what we have contracted to do, what we have committed to do. That is to me being responsible. To explain this further, Vipul, every person wears multiple hats. That means every person has multiple sets of responsibilities as a spouse, as a parent, as an employee, as an employer, as a teacher, as a student, as a child, list goes on. So, for every cap that we wear, we have a set of responsibilities. Rain
True,
or shine, we feel happy or unhappy, we are good or not good, we have to execute those responsibilities without fail. If you don't take responsibility for yourself, then you are all the more likely to look at yourself and your career as a failure, because you allowed any passing wind to blow you around, all the while blaming the wind for how things turned around. It's funny, isn't it? When you
true,
fail
indeed.
to responsibly guide your direction and outcome, you set the stage for creating a miserable life. You are setting the stage for failure for yourself, a life that fulfills none of your dreams and aspirations. Then what happens? Every failure and flaw of yours will become someone else's fault, and you will never introspect to see how things could have been done better. Where lied the opportunities? So, in summary, for the great question that you asked, Vipul, who is responsible for you? It's you, only you. Who is responsible for me? It's me, only me.
Amazing. It's all about accountability. You need to take accountability of yourself, and if you will not take, then who will take?
Yeah.
So very great answer. Yes, audience, we would love to have your questions. So do ask your question. If you have any question during the session, we would love to have them. So you can type in your questions in the chat box. You can also type in your appreciations. Nice session, like Manish has shown the expression. Thank you, Manish, for joining in and showing your uh, gesture. That's motivates us. So keep it up. And yeah, so moving on to the next question. What does personal growth mean to you? and how do you perceive your role in it?
Okay, what does personal growth mean to me? There are two types of growth for every person, Vipul: personal growth and career growth. Personal growth to me means, you have a healthy, loving relationships with the people around you and with yourself, number one. Number two, you have established a baseline of happiness, positivity, and well being. And also, you have a great amount of resilience. You know to bounce back even in cases of utter failure. And you have long term financial success. And you have motivation yourself, you have inspiration yourself, and you will be productive in anything, everything that you do. And also, you will have a sense of calm even in a stormy situation. You will have a healthy mind, body, and spirit. This is to me personal growth, Vipul. Now, this personal growth, actually, the way I look at that is it gives us the tools to thrive in this ever changing dynamic world is not what it was 10 years ago. World is not what it is and what it will be 10 years from now. It is changing time to time. It's so
True,
dynamic. So unless we have the above traits that I just mentioned, we cannot claim ourselves to have personally grown. And especially if you want to get better as you get older, you will need to become a better version of yourself, because there are many people watching you, your team members, your social life people, your families, wherever you're working, your employees. You have to be doing the right thing because you are inspiring them without telling them you are inspiring them. And they are learning from you without telling they're learning from you.
true, true.
And this is to me, yes.
Watching you, criticizing you. They are people are there to watch you, to criticize you. So you need to take care of them.
Yeah, there is good and bad in everything, right? We are
True,
a mix of everything. So good people will pick up the good from you, and otherwise they will pick up the bad, and you will know that there is some more opportunities for you to improve. That's how we can look at life. So this is to me personal growth. And the other one that I talked about, which is career growth. Career growth is also a kind of growth. When can you say career wise you have grown? These are the signs. You have clarity on what you want to do in life. You're not going by somebody's whims and fancies. You know exactly what you want to do, what your strengths are, what your talents are, and you will be doing work aligned with them. And then you are taking full control of your life. You're taking full control of your life, and you're no longer having a feel of imposter syndrome, the self doubt zone we call us, which many of us have at times. It's okay to get the self doubt. Like, for example, in my 23 years of professional life, Vipul, I may have played 13 plus different roles. Assume for a moment 2 years, one
wow.
role, right? I have played diverse roles. Every role that I took up, on day one, definitely I did not have any clue of what the role was about. And that is okay to have a feeling like that, because that is normal. If you say you know what the role is about, then you wouldn't be there on the day one. You'd have been there much before. So every job that we pick up, whether it is lateral movement or promotional movement, we don't know what the job is about fully. Then how we gain experience over a time with our openness to learning, with more networking, more collaboration, with more dedication for learning, then we pick up the role. Within some time we show productivity. So it is okay to have self doubt for a short time, but you cannot have self doubt for a long time. Then you're not doing the groundwork properly. So signs of career growth to me are: you have clarity in what you want to do, you are having full control of your life, you are not in self doubt mode all the time, you are more confident. Even if you make a mistake, you will accept confidently that, yeah, I made a mistake, because you know you can rectify it next time, or you will fail better next time. That's how you get the confidence in you. And you get more done in less time. When you say of career wise grown well, your efficiency level improves, because your focus at work improves, your concentration improves. You're paid for a work, and you have to do full justice to that. No question of side working, parallel thinking, and then wasting the time of yourself and the people around you. And
True.
last but not the least, you are being recognized. When you are saying your career wise grown, you are being recognized. You will be recognized even without asking for it. And trust me, Vipul, after a point in time in life, when you are really, really mature in your career, you will not even look for recognitions. You will reach a point where you will want everybody in the team to get equal credit. So you see that as a sign, and then you have an itchy feet, meaning when you are saying your career wise grown, you will be in a position to do more impact for the people around you. You'll want to take up more, you'll want to do more, you'll want to help more, you look at every opportunity as an opening door for creating more impact. And Vipul, for different people, these two growths I talked about, right? Personal growth and professional growth, they happen at different times. For example,
True.
some people get career growth first and then personal growth later. Some people get personal growth first and then career growth later. Some people get both the growths at the same time if they're lucky. Some people get career growth but never the personal growth, unfortunate.
True.
Like this, we have several combinations of growths, right? When one achieves personal growth, it means they don't really sweat for the small stuff anymore because their goal is big. They have a goal which is bigger than them. They don't really worry about every Tom, Dick, and Harry's word, and allow them to be upset about small things. And they practice gratitude as a way of life. They're more thankful. When you get to be more thankful, you will get more things abundantly. And another sign of personal growth is you are aware of your patterns of thinking. You can regulate your emotions better, and you speak truth. Once you reach a particular stage in personal growth, you only speak truth. You ensure that your mind, your words, and actions all are aligned. Did that help you, Vipul, with the question that you had?
Yes, af- amazing. Like change is only constant. You need to evolve with the time and you need to improve. And you rightly said, ki at some stage of life, rewards and recognitions, are not important. We go beyond that. And in fact, people do expect from us, ki, we should motivate them or we should guide them, we should mentor them. So that's amazing, that's great. Yes, so moving on to the next question.
And Vipul,
Who
just to add to that,
Yeah,
I have I
please.
have read several definitions for best teams. I've read several definitions for best teams. But the best definition I've ever read for the best team is this one, Vipul, if I may say. A team where all the team members work towards a particular goal without worrying about who gets the credit. A
Well said.
team that
So
that works towards a particular vision without worrying about who gets the credit. Oh, you get the credit, so be it. I'm still busy working. Oh, you get the credit for the work that I did. That's okay. I'm busy getting better. In fact, there's a saying, champions never complain because they are busy getting better. So an ideal
true.
team is a team with full of champions who are busy getting better without worrying about, is the recognition coming or no? Am I promoted or no? Is somebody else not so deserving getting promoted before me? I don't really care because I have a goal in my life. I want to do more at it. I'm trying to improvise my skills, creating more impact, that everybody benefit. That is the best definition of teamwork I've ever had, and that is why I talked about that particular thing when it comes to personal
Wow.
growth.
Wow, that was a great ad from your end. So that was amazing. That's why it's been said that teamwork can make the dream work. So right combination, right team can create the miracles, and that's amazing. Yeah. So the next question is, who are the key influencers or mentors in anyone's personal or professional growth journey?
Okay. To tell the truth, Vipul, I don't have a formal mentor in my life. I don't have a formal mentor in my life. I learned the best from all the people that I interact with. In fact, I don't even have a role model in my life. I interact with many people in my personal life, professional life, social life. Whenever I see something good in them, which I may not have, or I'm lagging, I'm not greatly good at, I pick up that and implement them. So I don't have a specific mentor as such, Vipul. I really had good managers in my 23 years of work experience, and I learned several things from them. And to be very specific, my husband is someone I look forward to as a mentor. This I must say. He understands my strengths more than me. He articulates my strengths more than me.
Wow.
Sometimes he comes and tells me, "Hey, you are this." I'm like, "Am I? Yeah, you are this, that." Oh, okay. Then I would pay more attention to, uh, you know, his feedback, and then I try to get better at it. For example, he has got this gift for me, this micro phone set, and maybe I'm inaugurating this with Vipul session today.
Wow.
Yeah, he said, "Hey, Jaya, you are doing good at this inspirational talks, and I need to give you some good setup." He got this for me, and my elder son set this up for me. So he's my mentor in many angles, Vipul. In fact, I say this to all. I was born as a girl, but my husband made me a complete woman from all angles. Yeah.
Wow.
And and in the professional front too, Vipul, he is the one who taught me the importance of emotional intelligence, as he always believes that is a foundational competency in today's world. Whether you take education system, agriculture, politics, IT enabled services, banking, finance, insurance, whatnot, there are 12 plus sectors in the world. Any sector you take, emotional intelligence is the first and foremost competency. I learned that through him. He just not taught about that to me, Vipul, but he also demonstrates that in every walk of life.
Wow.
And besides him, it's my brother and my son who inspire me on hard work, persistence, positivity, determination, networking, and technology use, etc. So this is my response to your question on mentorship. Did that help,
Wow.
people?
Yes, absolutely. That's brilliant answer, because many times what happens is, for many things, many solutions, we go out in the field and we keep hunting for the resources, but many times we forgot the people around us, who can guide us, who can mentor us, and they are the best resource because they know you, you know them. There is a trust factor, and that's rightly said. The people around you can be the best mentor for you, and that's a takeaway for me. And second one was EQ, emotional quotient. EQ is more powerful or more important than IQ. That's also very very good input from your end. So that's amazing. And yeah, you got the best of mentors. Being your family members, your husband, your kids, your brother. They are the great resource to have. Because you know them. They will never do anything wrong with you, or they will not have any, they will do it selflessly, I can see it. So that's amazing. And yeah, the setup looks amazing. So
Thank you.
I hope like we are doing this 96 sessions, so you will also cross the hundreds and everything, more than that very soon. Great, great. So yes, audience, you can ask your questions one more time. Request to you if you have any question. And yeah, so the session is going so far. Very brilliant inputs from your end. So the next question is, what aspects of personal development do people often, overlook or underestimate?
Yeah, there are several aspects, Vipul. Several aspects of personal development which are often overlooked or underestimated. uh, Many a times we realize that we have overlooked some of them after burning our fingers. So I really wish through this opportunity from you, I'm able to share some of the aspects we all have the tendency to overlook it. So people who are fresh in their career, ensure, I mean, who are watching this show, ensure that they don't really go through the painful process that some of us have gone through. So that's a brilliant question. Yeah, here is the answer, Vipul. There are several
Yes, please.
aspects. Yeah, as I said. And Vipul, before I begin to answer this question, I'm not monitoring the chat window. I hope you are monitoring. If any questions, please take them
Yes,
so I
yes.
can respond.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people are appreciating, but there is no question till now. I'll definitely monitoring that. My team is monitoring that. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Vipul,
Yeah,
for the help.
yeah.
As I said, there are several aspects that we have the tendency to overlook at. First and foremost is emotional intelligence. Today, any and all academic institution, be it school, be it college, be it research, workplaces, they're all focusing mostly on academic excellence, which we call as intelligence quotients, IQ. Very little focus on emotional quotients, which we call as EQ. So I'm introducing two terms, EQ and IQ. EQ is emotional quotients or emotional intelligence. IQ is intellectual quotients or academic quotients, whatever you want to call. Now, EQ involves the ability to understand and manage the emotions of self and also be able to regulate the emotions of self. For example, when I know I'm getting angry, just knowing is not enough. I need to find the right coping mechanism to either walk away from the place or listen to a music or go clean my cupboard so that when I come back to the same spot, I am with a better mood and the fight is eliminated. Instead, I know I am angry, I choose to sit in the same place, make the situation worse. That means I'm emotionally less intelligent. So, emotional intelligence is all about, I just gave an example of one emotion, Vipul. There are several emotions. A human being goes through 34 thousands of emotion in a day. Can you believe that?
Oh my
A
God,
human
that's
being goes through 34 different emotions, 34
wow.
thousands of emotions, morning to evening.
My God, that's beyond
Yeah.
imaginations.
Yeah. So I just gave an example of one particular emotion where we need to choose the right coping mechanism. Imagine you have different emotions like annoyance or admiration or lust or jealous or envy, submission, fear, joy, whatnot. So for every emotion we need to understand that this is the emotion that we go through. I better choose the right coping mechanism so I don't make the situation even worse. That is basically self awareness. So an emotionally intelligent person not only understands his emotions, her emotions, but also use the right appropriate coping mechanism to regulate their emotions. Not just that, Vipul, they also understand the emotions of the people around them and help those people navigate with their emotions. So it's understanding my emotions, regulating my emotions, understanding you and the people around me, their emotions, and navigate their emotions, get through. And empathy plays a pivotal role in this context. Listening and kindness and empathy, they play a pivotal role. Did we know that 90% of top performers in any organization are the ones with high EQ? I'm not saying 90% of all employees in an organization are high in EQ. I'm talking about 90% of top performers. We all know, as per the bell curve performance appraisal method, it's maximum 20% of any organization who are called top achievers. You may know that well, Vipul,
True. Yes, yes, true.
right? In fact, 20 could be the highest. The lowest could be even one or two. In fact, when I delivered a session for an organization, it's a startup organization, where I asked, hey, what is your percentage of top performers? And the CEO said 3%. It's a 400 employee company where he says 3% of them are top performers and not the rest. Now I am saying 90% of the 3% are only people with high EQ. You get the equation. It's not 90% of all the employees. It's the
True.
90% of the top performers, which could be 1% to 3% to 5% to 20. 20 is the usual number that we see. Did we also
True.
know that 75% of the managerial decisions around an employee's promotion or salary increase is based on emotional intelligence of that employee? There is a saying from Daniel Goleman. He's a famous psychologist, author. He says, academic excellence can get one hired, but lack of emotional intelligence can get one fired. Why I'm spending so much time talking about emotional intelligence? Because this is one of the first and foremost key aspects ever overlooked by employees.
True.
Not just people who are in the entry part of their career, Vipul. It's also people who are in the mid part of their career, also people who are in the mature part of their career. Not many people know. Again, it's not that with age we get better at emotional intelligence. Yeah, statistics may say that, but exceptions do exist. These days I see many children have more maturity, more emotional intelligence than people who are in their several decades now. Yeah.
True. True. True.
So that is the first aspect which I think uh, people overlook very easily. They give more focus on their children's score on science, how much, max, how much, and sports, how much, and English, how much, but very less focus on their life skills and emotional intelligence. So I not only want to urge that people in their career or people who are trying to get into a career having to focus on emotional intelligence, but also if there are any parents in this call, I want them to take this message back to their children and then grow them on emotional intelligence. Second aspect that is again overlooked is mindfulness and presence. I don't know how many of you know this. You may know, you may not. Top performers in any sector, they are the ones who practice mindfulness. They live the present. Because why we call somebody as a top performer? Because they are productive. Input is less to them, output is more from them. You call them as productive, right? In simple definition.
True.
How they are able to get done more in less time? Because they are focused, they are productive. In fact, they don't even use some of the techniques that we talk about famously in the internet, Pomodoro and all that. No, they know they have to be paying attention to the work given. Whether they are playing, they'll play. They're partying, they'll party. They're coding, they will code. They're talking, they will talk. They're doing puja, they will do puja. That way, you can be more productive in the given work. You'll be able to think crystal clear and improvise that better. So, cultivating mindfulness can significantly impact one's mental health, also, Vipul. Not many know this. In fact, mindfulness can reduce stress level by 25%.
Wow.
Yeah, when you are present in your current environment, you have no choice but to do the work better. For example, if I am delivering a talk to you, also thinking about what to cook for lunch, will I do justice to this session? Will I be able to
No.
deliver?
No.
No,
No. Your
right?
attention will not come. Yeah.
Will not come. Then how will they be able to deliver a quality session? There are several souls waiting there, hoping to get some takeaways from me. So if
True.
I'm not doing justice, you are disappointed, everybody else is disappointed, isn't it?
True. True. 100% agree.
Yeah, so this is the second most, after emotional intelligence. This mindfulness is another one which I find people overlook. They think it's all age old topics. It's not for Gen Z and uh, you know uh, Gen Alpha. No, it is for any human being, irrespective of which generation they belong to, irrespective of which culture they are from, which region they are from, which gender they belong to. It's for everybody. And
True.
third, Vipul, adaptability and resilience. Because adaptability is one of the key traits looked for or looked at in hiring practices. How quickly can someone adapt to a new environment? How quickly can someone change to a new process? Right? Being adaptable and resilient in the face of challenges is a key aspect of personal growth. This involves learning from setbacks, bouncing back from failures, and being flexible in changing circumstances. I read an article from IBM or Google, I don't recall exactly, Bipul, where their hiring criteria focuses now more on emotional quotients for a simple reason. When a candidate from a premium institution hired and deployed in a program, expensive program, high visible program, for sure the candidate will deliver the program well successfully. Just in case the program goes for a toss, just in case the program fails, this resource will get shattered. Not only
True.
that, others around that member also will be shattered. And they getting up after this failure will be very difficult and time taking. So, Now the hiring practices are changing towards not just looking at academic excellence and which institution somebody is from, how adaptive is the person, how resilient is the person, even though the person may have scored only average. After a failure, can the person bounce back is what they are measuring today. So, in summary, resilience is one of the sub competencies of emotional intelligence, which many organizations have started to look at. Tell the truth, Vipul. And fourth aspect, which is also overlooked most of the times, is networking. Developing and nurturing healthy relationships is crucial for personal growth and happiness. We all know that. This
True.
involves not only building new connections, Vipul, but also maintaining existing ones. It's not like, oh, I wanted to learn about Java. I got connected with people from Java background. Now I'm into Python. So I will forget about the people that I connected for Java. Now I want to talk to people with Python knowledge. No, you have to be thankful for the learnings you got from Java professionals and be connected to them. I'm just giving a very simple example, right? So
Right.
so you have to maintain existing connections through genuine efforts and communication. In fact, I joined LinkedIn only last year, Vipul. Can you
Oh,
believe this? Yeah.
no.
Yeah. I joined LinkedIn only last year. Until then, I didn't even think about it. In fact, LinkedIn is as old as my elder son.
Wow.
When this LinkedIn came into picture, my husband told me, hey, get into that. I like uh, the usual wife, I ignored some inputs of my husband. And definitely, this is one of them. Um, because I had as per my earlier definition of work ethics, Vipul, connecting with people outside your organization is unethical to me. I know it sounds very funny and idiotic, but that's how I used to define my work ethics until some time back. Then I realized how stupid, my thought process was and what all I lost because of that. Once I realized what I had missed all these years, I now have become an effective ambassador for LinkedIn, meaning every person that I meet in office, in professional life, in personal life, in social life, wherever I go for community services, when I talk to students, principals, headmisters, staff, teachers, employees, I tell them to get into LinkedIn. And through me, definitely LinkedIn has seen many more entries the last, a few months, I would say, maybe
True. True.
since last year. And Vipul, we can learn more and do more and inspire more, impact more when we are part of a huge network, which I missed many years. But I'm catching up.
True. True.
If everybody is running, 10 miles per hour, because of the losses I made, I'm running 100 miles per hour. I'm still catching up. I will.
Wow.
I
Yes,
will.
yes, definitely.
I
And
will.
you're
And almost we know, Vipul, 1/8 of world population is in LinkedIn. Close to a billion people are in LinkedIn, and we should make the most use of it. I always tell people the world is bigger than you. The world is bigger than your role. The world is bigger than your organization. So I evangelize unpaid way for LinkedIn in every community service session. And I'm seeing many people coming into LinkedIn. I also tell them just don't get in, get active, share some posts, share some experiences, be authentic,
true.
right? Get inspiration, share your learnings because you could be inspiring somebody else.
True. True. And sharing is caring, I must say.
Sharing is caring. So this is something that many people don't look at it big way, and I urge that networking is key, not just outside your organization but also inside your organization. Once you know what your passion, what your goals are, know which department is working on it, go work with them. If they're not giving you a job, work part time, provide some support so that you gain the experience, add to your resume, and
True.
also you're able to fulfill your passion. See, you may not be able to get the job that you like all the time, Vipul, but you need to earn your living. So get into some job, in parallel do whatever you want to do, so that you uh, earning, you also do fulfillment of your passion. That's a very practical approach I would advise to people. And then
Amazing.
Vipul, continuous learning, upskilling. Many people think I should upskill only if my manager tells me to do. No, lifelong learning is often undervalued. Whether it's formal education, learning from experiences, or acquiring new skills or hobbies, ongoing learning is vital. If your organization sponsors for your learning, be happy. If you have to sponsor for yourself, be happier. Like you set a budget for every year festival and vacation, set some budget for your upskilling. Own your
True.
development.
Indeed, that is the need of an hour.
Yeah. And these are some of the topmost aspects I think people tend to overlook, Vipul. But there are other aspects like boundary setting and not being able to give self care. I do not start my day without workout for 30 minutes, Vipul.
Wow.
Whether it is rain or shine, I have to do workout, because when I do workout, I generate the serotonin chemicals which will help me handle the day very gracefully. My family can make out if I did workout or no. By the way I handle my interactions, by the way I handle my day-to-day activities, they can make out if I did or no. And it's more than for physical health, for mental health I do that. And
Wow.
people need to prioritize their self-care. They think IT company, 14 hours work, 15 hours work. You can even work 24 hours a day if you have certain things added to your lifestyle. It's not about working long hours. It's about, are you doing certain right things in between those long hours that define your overall health.
True, true,
So
true.
being able to eat right food. People, oh, I'm an IT, I will eat pizza, I cannot cook. No, who is saying you can make some dal and some vegetables and pack it for yourself and come? You're not willing to do that. Rather, you're willing to pay to the hospitals every now and then for the BP and cholesterol and all these things. Today, children from the age of 7 have got diabetes, Vipul. Can you believe this?
That's horrible, in fact. Yeah.
And poor eating habits have straight away link with our productivity. Many people don't look at it that way. What food you eat can change your thinking and your behavior. And positivity, last but not the least, fostering a mindset of gratitude and positivity is sometimes overlooked. You know, practicing positivity has to be a cultivated habit. So what, somebody speaks bad of me, I will be what I am. So what, somebody ill mouths, I will do still good to them, right? So what, I failed in this program, I will do better next time. So what, this
True.
is complex, I will do better. I will learn and do better. That's a mindset I think we should have, which I think are overlooked these days by not just a particular generation, but many across the generations. Vipul, did that help you?
That's amazing. That's thought provoking, answer to the question. Like, how, what are the, criteria we overlook, and what we underestimate. So, with in this answer, it reminds me, like you said about the what we eat, so that remind me one quote which I, many a times I remember this thought, that eat your food as a medicine, or you'll have to eat your medicine as a food. So you need to be careful of what you are eating, and
True.
emotional quotient is on top of it. So that's amazing. Well answered. You are answering in so detail with some realistic examples. That's amazing. So
Vipul, one more point to add, please. Mm, everybody should know the purpose of their life. Otherwise, you'll become a football in everybody's life. You either go by the passion of yourself or go by the passion of somebody. For example, if I have a passion, I'm not able to pursue it, then I have to join a company where I work for their passion. I can't be saying I have this passion, but I can't work for somebody else's passion, then I'm doing injustice. So, if I'm able to fulfill my passion, if my career and my passion align, I'm the luckiest. If my career and my passion don't align, that is still okay, but don't give that as a reason for not doing justice to the job, because you are then doing a bad thing. You understand what I'm saying,
yeah,
Vipul?
yeah. That, in fact, that reminds me one more quote. It's
Mm-hmm.
they say that be the best leader or be the best follower. So
Follow.
if you cannot be the best leader, then you should be the best follower. So
Yeah,
that's how you can fulfill the purpose of your life.
yeah.
So that's amazing. So Sandeep is appreciating. Thank you, Sandeep, for the appreciation. Yeah. So we are doing it consistently because People like you are motivating us, so keep motivating us and keep joining in. This is something motivation for us. So moving on to the next question, how can individuals take ownership? Taking ownership is very crucial and very important of their growth in a world full of distractions and external influences.
Yeah, how to take ownership? The simple answer is take ownership, own it. There is no alternate to action, Vipul. You may know that. People say, I'm feeling lazy. What do I do? I'm procrastinating a lot. What do I do? Do. Just do. Though there could be many techniques which may help you in a short term, it's finally you who has to internalize that you have to own your career, you have to own your life. If you have not internalized, no technique will help you. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You have to internalize it. You have to visualize after you win how you will look like, after you achieve something how you will look like, after you do this service how the world will look like. Once you internalize, you have an alarm within you. Without even external alarm, you will wake up in the morning. Without even any external push and motivation, you will do what is right. When you struggle to take ownership, the simple tip I give people is visualize the cost of not taking ownership. You will automatically start owning it. For example, I know for many of us, losing some pounds is in the New Year resolution list, but only 20% of the people achieve that weight loss. You know why? Because those 20% people have visualized how they would look in terms of their appearance after they lose weight. They'll be able to go back to their older clothes. They'll be fit. They'll be healthy. They'll be able to take steps even if lift is not working,
True.
right? And others, they don't probably visualize that way. They struggle to take even one fleet of steps in staircase. I understand the health situations that somebody could be going through, but what if this is all man-made disasters and not natural ones? There are some people who really struggle to lose weight because of the medical conditions, which I agree, but that is not the entirety of the percentage. That is not the
True.
entirety of the population. So rest of us can definitely work hard, try. After trying, if it doesn't work, then we will talk about it. Same goes for career also, Vipul. If you are lucky, you will have a good and strong manager who will take care of your career, your aspirations, your potential, everything. If you are luckier, you will have not so great managers because they are busy taking care of their development, their growth. When you have good and strong managers, they will help you discover your potential and help you build talent and help you grow and advise you on the right path, which job to rotate to, which upskilling you have to focus on. But if you don't have such managers, I would say you're luckier because the onus is on you. The responsibility for your development and growth is on you. You need to discover where your strengths lie. You need to plan, invest for your upskilling. You need to commit to them. You need to wake up early. You need to sacrifice your early morning hours. You need to become a mouthpiece for yourself. I always prefer you doing this even when you have great managers with you, because if you are used to having only nice managers all the time, you will not know how to own yourself. Then you will end up blaming the managers around you. It's you who have to be blamed, not the managers.
True.
Your ups and downs in your hands. So learn to take ownership for everything, anything in life. The next day, life will become more beautiful. I'm a practical evidence for that. And if I could see the benefits, I'm sure everybody in this call can see the benefits, Vipul.
Perfect. Well said. You need to take the ownership of yourself. Great. So, yeah, moving on to one of the final question of the day. So, in your experience, how does self responsibility impact one's overall growth and success?
Self responsibility is everything. In fact, there is a famous saying, you know, um, as you are blaming the world is progressing. The world doesn't stop rotating because you're upset, you're sad, you're disappointed. World is moving. You start to cry at 11 o'clock, you wipe your tears at 11:30. Do you see the world stagnant? No, the world has rotated already. It keeps
True.
going. So, in summary, every minute spent in worrying is useless. Convert your worry and disappointment into power. We need to keep our ears and eyes open for trends and news in your area of strength. For example, my passionate area is HR and CSR. I'm all ears and eyes for trends and news around HR CSR. I'm trying to upskill myself in those areas so much. I, in fact, wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to do my learnings because then I have to take care of my family, other chores.
Wow.
I can give an excuse of no, I'm having family, I have children, I don't have time. No, I create the time because if I want to prosper in life, I have to own my career, I have to own my time, I have to give time, I have to time. So it's very important that we keep ears on those media professional platforms. For example, artificial intelligence, but your current job is not allowing you to work in modern technologies. So what? Your part-time work during weekend time, you get to the open source platforms, make contributions, make the contributions valid and usable. Eventually you'll be able to do more in that space. Similarly, I've seen people, I've got this job but I wanted this job. Until you get that job, keep learning, keep making contributions, add to your resume. In summary, Vipul, people from the world of pain have achieved more in their lives than the people from the world of pleasure. Let me repeat. People from the world of pain have achieved more in their lives than people from the world of pleasure. So if you have more pain, it means you are meant for creating more impact in the world. Own yourself, nurture yourself, challenge yourself, renew yourself. In any situation, keep yourself integrated between your thoughts, words, and actions.
That's amazing. No pain, no gain. You
Yeah.
need to have the pain to gain. So that's amazing. So brilliant session so far. We got so many inputs, so many takeaways for us from this session. So that was amazing. That was amazing.
And Vipul, I want to also say one more thing. Usually, people look at growth as a vertical growth. Growth is a multi-dimensional aspect. It can be vertical, it can be horizontal also. To us, when we see somebody promoted, one after the other, it may look like, wow, that's a norm. No. And then we start comparing ourselves with others and make our life a hell. Please note that frequent may be an exception, meaning growth is not easy and that cannot happen frequently for anyone in normal circumstances. If it happens, it's purely an exceptional one. Either that resource truly deserves that, or there are some favoritism. We don't know which one it is. Now,
True.
is that in my control? Not at all. Lot of elements in the workplace, hinder our growth, Vipul. Demanding family situation, negative politics, lack of networking, lack of upskilling, lack of purpose and self confidence. Now, I need to know which ones I can control. I cannot control my family situation. I cannot control my negative politics seen in the organization because wherever there are people, there'll be good and bad. I can't control. If I
True. True.
accept day, I have to accept night also, right? So, can I do something about those behaviors? No. What can I control? I can get better at upskilling. I can get better at networking. I can get stronger in my purpose and fulfillment. So these things, if you are able to focus on, we will be able to have a very fruitful and complete personal and professional and social life, people.
Well said. So you should accept the things and situations and surroundings which you cannot change,
Yeah,
and just try to overcome, upskill yourself. So to have a mindful and satisfied life.
yeah.
That's amazing. Great, great. So what is your final words, your concluding notes to our audience?
Do networking. Don't do crowd gathering. Do networking with integrity. Network with a purpose. Give and take in your networking. Sustain your networking. right? Network with people who you think can help you achieve your goal. Also help them. Don't go by number of followers, don't go by number of likes. Share your experiences, be authentic, keep learning, keep inspiring.
That's
This is
amazing.
what I will say to people who are watching this show, because I'm sure they're already in LinkedIn and they have to get better at using it. There are a lot of features and tools that can be used by people for promoting their services and other things that they do in life. That is one key thing I will tell this generation and anybody for that matter to, get better at networking and keep upskilling. Own your development. Never stop learning because things are not okay at this point in time. Keep learning, keep inspiring others. And last but not the least, know your strengths and know your purpose of life, then keep everything else around that.
Great. So network is your net worth, and keep sharpening your skills. And that's amazing. That's so many takeaways from today's session. I've learned so many things, and it was amazing. And I will watch this session again for 2 3 times to get the gist of it again. So that was the kind of the vibes I've got from this session, and that's amazing. We would love to have you again with different topics, as you have done so many things. You are into CSR, POSH, and so many other topics, we can cover up. So we'd love to have you again and again on our platform, and you are doing amazing. Just keep it up. Everybody has 24 hours, as you have said rightly, but we need to prioritize our task, and we need to allocate the right time for the right thing. So that's amazing. Wishing you all the best in whatever you are doing. And as you rightly said, focus on quality, not the quantity. Number of followers doesn't matter. What matters is the quality of network you have. So that's the best of it. Thank you so much, and see you soon. Stay blessed.
Thank you, Vipul. And through you, this opportunity, I was able to tell my thought processes, tell my learnings, and at least those who were able to pay attention, I'm sure they will be able to benefit this session. And looking forward to more collaborations with you. Thank you for the opportunity once again, Vipul. Have a
Pleasure
great
is
day.
mine, and we are looking forward to it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. And thank you all. Thank you so much.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You were saying something. Sorry.
Now, I was just going to say thanks to all the listeners, because Saturday 1 hour is not a simple thing. All of
True.
us have different commitments. In that, carving out some time and being here shows how open they are to learning and listening. Appreciate
Yes,
all of them.
and whoever is watching it, this session will be available on YouTube also. So if you feel someone has missed it and you feel they should definitely go through it, then you can share the YouTube link to them. Even it's available on LinkedIn too, but YouTube is handy, so you can definitely share that to your friends or family or in your network, and it will be helpful to them. So yes, audience, thank you for joining in today, and thank you again, Jaya, for joining in. See you soon. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Vipul.
my pleasure.
Yeah.
Yes, so audience, this was our 96th episode, and I'm sure you would have got so many insights from it. So बस ऐसे ही जुड़े रहिए हमसे. Every week we will keep inviting different industry experts on our expert talk show. So stay tuned, follow us wherever you're watching on YouTube or LinkedIn. You can follow us there to get our regular updates. And audience, this session was powered by Post Resume. We are providing IT and engineering mid to senior level recruitment services. So do connect with us for any of the help. So with that note, uh, have a great weekend. Festivals seasons are coming. So wishing you the great of it, and stay blessed. Keep smiling.